There's a story that Earl Nightingale used to share. It was called The Acres of Diamonds. And in essence, it was the story of this man who was a farmer, and he wanted to make his riches by discovering diamonds. And so he sold his farm, went off, took all the money, and, and mined for diamonds, and went broke and didn't find diamonds, obviously. Now, while he was off doing that, the man that bought his farm was plowing one day and noticed this shiny thing in the field, and then he noticed another one, and he had one of the richest diamond fields up to that point in history. And he became fabulously wealthy. And Earl Nightingale's point on this was, we have acres of diamonds right in front of us, but yet we're looking somewhere else instead of right where we're planted. I share this story today because there is a tool that is right underneath all of our eyes. It's been there, for all of our lifetimes, because it's been around for centuries, and yet we ignore it. And I'm sharing it today because I think it's so wildly impactful, especially with the world where we are today. To help us have more love, more joy, more fulfillment, more freedom, more expansiveness, more success, more abundance, more prosperity, more fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Or whatever emotions you want, this tool will help you get it. And it's funny because in the Bible, there's a verse that says, without a vision, people perish. And not having a vision is such a miscalculation. It's such an oversight. It's our acres of diamonds that are right here, and yet we're ignoring it. Now, I've had assessments done on several thousand people that have gone through our programs, individual coaching, group coaching, etc., group sessions with leadership teams. I don't know, maybe close to 4,000 people now have completed an assessment over the last few years. And one of the questions in our assessment is, do you have a vision? Yes or no? And if they click no, then it goes on to the next question. If they click yes, then it is, how is it memorialized? And it's written, it's mind movie. I don't remember what the third is. Maybe a third is other. And or not memorialized. And the majority, well over 50% of everyone that says, yes, I have a vision, their answer is, it's not memorialized. It's not memorialized. And so that's not really having a vision for most people. I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but if we don't have a memorialized vision, then whenever we get distracted, whenever whatever's happening in our life is happening, we drift away, we get distracted, we focus on that, then what are we coming back to? Well, if we're coming back to a non-memorialized vision, then it's tainted with what's happening in our day, versus being able to have that document, being able to see it clearly, and having it created in such a way that when we created it, it was best thinking wins. You know, it's like a manifesto. It's like, it's a declaration. So I filmed a video a day or two ago, and it was, the story you believe becomes the life you achieve. And the premise of that was, we don't live up to our potential, we live up to our programming, and our programming is based upon, three of the things it's based upon is our beliefs, our story, and our behaviors. And I talked about story and rewriting the story. Well, one of the greatest ways to have a rewritten story is the story of our vision. And so I think there's let's say there's three important parts of a vision. Number one is, a vision needs to be top heavy with the feelings we want, not the things. We don't want things, we want the feelings we think that things will give us. And so if you've ever experienced accomplishing a goal, buying that thing, hitting that number, getting that number, the number of zeros in your bank account, and within months, weeks, days, hours later, the feeling you thought you would have disappears, then this is why. It's because we were focused on things, not feelings. And so when we focus on the feelings we want, the things come easier. So I believe that a vision, and I like to call the vision that I share with people and teach, the epic vision. The epic vision. The epic vision is top heavy with the feelings you want, not things. Things are related to goals. Have your goals be heavy with things. Have your vision be heavy with feelings. And I think one of the best ways to start writing this epic vision, your epic vision, is to think about, what are the feelings I want? And just memorialize those, write those down. What are the feelings you want? And then once you recognize and memorialize the feelings you want. By the way, the reason why most people don't experience more of the feelings they want is because they don't have them identified. You can't hit a goal you can't see. It's an old line, okay? And I think it's pretty true. You know, you would never take a basketball, go out to a parking lot and get, 5 or 7 or 9 other people together and play a game of basketball if there weren't a couple of goals set up in that parking lot. How would you keep score without goals? Well, the same thing is true. If we don't identify and get clear, really clear on this is what I want, then the likelihood of experiencing those feelings go down. They really go down. Target practice. If you like to, shoot bow and arrows or guns, you don't go out to the woods and just shoot. You have a target. Having a target for the feelings you want will dramatically increase your ability to actually enjoy those feelings. So take those feelings, identify your top 5, 10, 7, whatever the number is, and then create in first person present tense your vision. I enjoy abundance, clarity, and love. I enjoy an amazing, loving, nurturing relationship with my family. That would be 2 examples of what it could sound like. But have first person, I, present tense, I enjoy, I am, I have, and insert your feelings. And that is the foundational piece, I believe, to creating an amazing, epic vision. And if you will review that vision and connect to that vision on a daily basis for just a few minutes, you don't have to do the whole thing, just do one piece of it. It elevates your emotions. When you have elevated emotions, when you connect to that piece of your vision, you connect to those feelings, something magical happens. And what magical happens is self-directed neuroplasticity. You're rewiring your brain. You're rewiring the neural pathways in your brain, creating new neural pathways related to the feelings you want, which simultaneously prunes the feelings, the neural pathways related to the feelings that you don't want. And so this is a way that we can really reset the program away from the beliefs and stories and behaviors, because the beliefs and stories, when we create that epic vision, that helps us create a new beliefs and new stories. So I'm going to stop here. I hope this is beneficial. I have had a course that walks step by step how to create an epic vision, and we've just made that available on a pay what you want basis. You can pay as little as $1. There's a suggested price that people have paid for a long time, but I don't want this to not be affordable for anyone that hears this message. So I wish you all the best. Good luck. God bless. I'll see you next time.